All right, y'all. Coming at you from the south part of Goa, India. Take the thongs off. Hurting my toes. These were cheapies, so I paid 300. Word on the street, don't pay more than 150, 175. That's market price. I got screwed. Don't get screwed like me. Like everywhere else here. Probably never been. Anyway, it's a nice afternoon here. It's kind of windy. It's beautiful. Totally different vibe from beach a couple days ago. It's very nice, very relaxed. Got a couple of bars over here from what it looks like. You got some cow pies too. Want to stick your toes into one of those? There's plenty of that going around in this part of India. All right. So this is a pretty chill, relaxed beach. Hey, what's up? Namaste. One second. Sorry, guys. Where is... So here at Colva, you've got a lot of signs in English and a lot of signs in Russian. And so far, most of the tourists that I've seen here look to be from Russia or Kazakhstan. Met a couple from Kazakhstan on the bus when I came down. Getting down here was a freaking ordeal. Super, super hard. Basically, from where I stayed, the taxi wouldn't come if it was too far. And then called another taxi. This guy was going to show up, but he wanted like 2,500 rupee, which is close to $30. You look at it and go, okay, that's not that bad. But comparatively to how much the bus cost, bus was about 150, I think, total. It was actually less than that. It was probably 120 total. The taxi is very, very expensive. Namaste. I'm good, thank you. You're good? Maybe later, thanks. Might grab a beer later. For now, I'm just gonna walk around. But where I stayed the night before, the food was awesome in the neighborhood. So, there's a part east of Old Downtown, the very northern part. Hey, what's up? I'm good, thank you, man.
Yeah, come sometime.
Maybe later, thank you.
Yeah, nice, come.
Okay, thank you, appreciate it. So I stayed in an area called Ribandar. Forgot the name of it. God. Ribandar, which is kind of east of Old Goa. And there's a couple of really, really good restaurants over there. Went to one actually, yesterday went to a place called Jeans for lunch. That was really good. And then for dinner, went to a super good place. Best curry I've had so far in India. And it is called... La Pizza. La Pizza is kind of a little bar slash restaurant. They have really, really good curry, and it's all local food. Goan style. They have really good Goan bread. They're kind of like dinner rolls. They're kind of like the King's Hawaiian sweet rolls, if you've had those before. A little bit sweet. They're very, very fluffy. It's absolutely delicious. I would highly recommend if you come to Goa, visit that place. La Pizza is awesome. It's some of the best Indian food I've had in the country, and for a price you can't beat it. I didn't pay more than like €5, so $5.50, something like that, approximately is what it was. Guy who works there / owns it's really cool as well. If you have questions and stuff like that about the area, he grew up in Goa, he knows his stuff. So I would highly recommend checking that out. I stayed there. Only problem with staying in that area though is that it's pretty far out. So it's very quiet, it's very peaceful. You get a very, very different view of Goa if you just stayed in a party area up in North Goa. I mean, it's nice if you want to come here and party, you've definitely got that. But I kind of wanted to do both. spent a day up there. Got in the first night I was here, just because the airport where I flew into was closer. So stayed up there. And then stayed by the beach. Found some pretty good food. Found a really good cafe as well. And then kind of worked my way south. I'll be going all the way down south over the next 10 days or so. Slowly working my way down to Trivandrum. I've never been there, but we'll have to check it out and see what it's like. Coming here though, this part of Goa was an adventure. It's very, very challenging, and I'm super glad that I had experience from being in Indonesia and doing Peace Corps, because ultimately if you've never ridden a bus with a bunch of locals before from a different country, this is cool. Man, the water's so clean. Then it's going to be very, very, very challenging. Your only option might be paying a bunch of money for a taxi. And the tourist organization, as part of the government, knows that, and the taxi drivers know that too. So if you are not comfortable with doing public transportation, and it's a big ordeal. Got to get on the bus. The bus is cheap, 10 rupee, but the thing is full, and you're pretty much packed in there like sardines. If you have luggage and stuff like that, it's going to be a huge pain. Get off the bus, transfer at the bus terminal, and see a lot of people getting off the bus at the terminal and going, holy, this is a very, very, very dangerous and sketchy place. And it does look very sketchy. I was there during the day. Went to the main bus terminal in Jakarta. Not as rough, but not a place I would want to hang out in Goa. From there, transfer to a shuttle to South Goa, the main terminal down here. That was about 45 rupee, so about 50 cents. Cost almost nothing. The bus didn't have air conditioning though, and it took probably a good hour and 15 minutes. So it took a long time in the seat, not super crowded, but still took a long time. It was not very comfortable. And from there I had to get on another bus. Got on a bus that took me to the beach here, and that bus took probably 45 minutes or so as well. Literally went all the way around and then finally came back to the beach. And that's where I met the couple from Kazakhstan. So, pretty tough getting down here. It's interesting being down here. It's a totally different vibe. And this is much more like holiday makers, more older people, kind of kicking back and relaxing, hanging out in the sun, and some locals too. Up north, it's much more of a party vibe, which is totally cool. A couple years ago, I would have been into that, and I probably would have stayed up there. For now, I'm glad I came down here. Sun's gonna start to go down here in a bit. I'm gonna get my camera on time lapse and try to record the sunset as the sun starts dropping. Hopefully I can get you guys some good photos. And thank you very much for watching. Goa is an interesting place. If you want to come here, go to a resort. Not a bad place to be. Resort cost probably going to be $100 a night. Plane tickets, probably depending on where you're from, probably $600 to $1,000 a person. Yeah, the water's warm too. So once you get here, stuff can be cheap or it can be really expensive, depending on what you want to do. But it would still cost a lot less than what you did at a theme park like Disneyland or Legoland or something like that. What's up? So that's it for now. Have a wonderful day. Make the most of your time and get out there and do something cool. Thank y'all. All right, so one more thing too I was gonna talk about. So booked a hotel here close to the beach. It's probably 100 yards back up there, and booked it on Agoda, my favorite site. I paid about, I think, $9, something like that, for a bungalow on the beach. Not expecting much, didn't get much. So no real loss there. Show up at the hotel, and the owner wants me to cancel the booking because he does not want to pay the transaction fee for Agoda to process the transaction, or he cannot access the money. I couldn't understand the exact reason why he doesn't want me to cancel because he can't get the money, or cancel because he doesn't want to just pay the 2% or 3% that he would lose for the transaction fee. So show up at the hotel, and as soon as I get there, he wants me to cancel. I call Agoda. Agoda's like, what's going on? Talk to them. I end up canceling the booking. He explains to him. So they cancel the booking, and then the owner goes, okay, now you need to pay me more. And it was like an extra $3, so not a big deal. Then you'd actually paid for Agoda because that's my price. And basically looked at the guy and I said, no, I'm paying the $9 that I paid on Agoda. I'm paying you exactly the same amount. Here's the conversion right here. It's 750 rupee. And oh, that's with the discount. So I'll take the 20-cent discount out and I'll throw that in there, and it adds up to like 780. I'll just give you 800 to make it even. So I'll give you 800 rupee to stay. And he goes, no, my price is 900. And I'm basically talking to the guy and I'm arguing with him. I'm going, look, I was gonna pay you 700. I'd agreed to 720 through the Agoda platform. I'm paying you 800. I'm paying you an extra 80 rupee, approximately. And now you want to charge me and upcharge me another 100 for exactly the same room. And then you want to kick me out at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Checkout time on Agoda says it's 12. I'll probably be out of here by 11. So make it 11 o'clock and I'll give you 800, even though I'm getting screwed, because I'm just going to be generous. But I'm going to leave you a bad review. And I am going to leave this guy a bad review. I'm absolutely furious that this keeps happening in this country. So if you come to India, you have to be aware every single person here is going to take every opportunity to upcharge you for something. Make sure you check the bill every time. Make sure you agree to a price every time before you actually do anything. Because if you don't, they're going to bend you over and they're going to take every last rupee out of your pocket. They're not going to care. They don't look at it from the perspective in customer service of we're trying to build sustainable relationships with our customers. They're looking at it, we're trying to maximize the value that we get from our customers today, because there's so many other customers out there, it doesn't matter. And for a while, yeah, you can do that. But if you're looking at growing the local tourism economy in this country, you're never ever going to do it with that mentality. People aren't going to come. You have to be able to work with the tourists. You have to help them, and you have to look at things from their perspective. Look at what the UAE's done in the last 15 to 20 years. Dubai's become a huge tourism hotspot. Is Dubai great? Not really. It's very, very, very expensive. But people are willing to pay because they know exactly what they're getting. They're getting a top-notch service, they're getting top-notch food, and they don't have to worry about anything. Here, it's completely opposite. You pay for jack shit, you get jack shit, and you get upcharged for jack shit because they can upcharge you. So it really is the sad nature of being in India and of being in a country with, I think, 1.3, 1.4 billion people. That it is. People don't look at it that way. They're not looking at this from a perspective of we're gonna make money long term. We're gonna make enough money to eat today, and we don't care. We don't make as much money tomorrow or 10 years, 15 years down the line. So it's just the nature of the beast of coming here. I don't know what it's like doing business with people, but I would imagine it's very, very similar. Get a deal, get close, and then very, very end, gonna raise the price or lower the price, depending on what they think they can do. And they're gonna try to put you over the barrel. And unfortunately, that's sad, because India right now is growing at close to 7% GDP per year. They could be growing probably at 14 or 15%. They would just stop a lot of this. GDP growth could easily double. Tourism industry could easily easily overtake probably most of Southeast Asia, or at least get up to that level in the next couple of years. But ultimately, people don't want it. And if they don't want it, it's not going to happen. So that's my take. Thanks for checking this out, and that's it for now. Catch y'all later. Puppies on the beach. And the sun is starting to go down.